Very welcome, everyone. Today, this session is for uh, Master of Education Science. I'm Joonhyeong Park, I'm Joonhyeong Park, program leader of this program. And yeah, let me introduce how um, this program works. So, as we know, nowadays, the society is rapidly changing. So as we know, and as a teacher and as an educator, we may need to know how we responsibly respond to these kinds of change. So that may bring our understanding of theoretical and practical basis of how we make some innovation to respond to these changes. So if you are joining our program, you may have chance to enhance your understanding of what kinds of various aspects of science and STEM education, including the nature of science and STEM education, history, philosophy, and teaching and learning of science, curriculum development, and innovative way of integration of AI, STEM education, etc., including implementation and evaluation and assessment. Our former students usually are working in both public and private institution from primary to university. And local and overseas participants usually joining our program, inclusively sciences and STEM education related field. Let me introduce some program structure. So if you are joining, this is coursework program. So if you are joining as full-time student, then you may require about this required to complete core required open electives and integrated project courses within typically 1 year. But if you are joining as part-time, then you may you can expect different kind of arrangement. On the other hand, if you are looking for dissertation route within this coursework, then you can consider application of dissertation route when you meet the eligibility criteria for dissertation route. Once approved, then you can begin this dissertation route. Usually it would be happens about slightly earlier than mid of the course completion. And for open electives, usually offered by other NIE master's degree programs. So you can also have a chance to learn from other departments' perspective. Let me more elaborate about required program. Uh, so when you join this program, let me go back to this prior slide. Core course would be kind of base for your further study, and you can move on to required specialization courses. We have now 10 courses. It includes curriculum changes and evaluation, science as practice, alternative concept and conceptual change, science discourse, representation, critical studies, STEM education and research trend, STEM curriculum and instruction, assessment, and AI and emerging technologies in science education. The last course was firstly developed and offered last year, and if you're joining this program, uh, next year, then you can join, would be the third cohort to take this course. What does it mean? That in this program, we try to responsibly see the changes of the society, what kinds of newer approaches are being considered in educational area. Of course, specialized course dealing with more recent theoretical perspective as well as practical perspective as well to help improve our understanding of how science and STEM education can be innovatively implemented in classroom setting. These optional specialization courses are offered subject to demand and availability of faculty expertise. And so which means you join our program, not all specialized courses will be available. So you may need to consider this aspect. Once you, so usually if you join as full-time student, the minimum period would be 1 year. You can consider extension of the period up to 2 years. While if you're joining us as part-time student, then typically it takes 2 years, and you can consider expanding more semesters where necessary. So typically, if you're joining us as a part-time student, this 4 semesters structure can be expected. For example, semester one, you can complete one of the core program, one of the core course, and the other specialized program. And then in the second semester, you can complete two required course. And in the third semester, you can complete the remaining one required specialization program and one course from the other department. And in the last semester, you can complete another open elective course and integrated project. During integrative project, you can develop a research proposal to summarize your study. So you can utilize your learning throughout your study in this program so far. If you are considering typical 1 year full-time route, then each uh, semester requires completion of 4 courses. So one MED 00 course and 2 specialized program and 1 elective course. The other semester you can complete the rest of 2 required program and 1 elective course and MED 902, which is integrated program. So typically it takes 2 semesters, sorry, this typo, but yeah, if necessary, you can consider extending this semester. Usually, the lesson will start at 5:30 p.m. and usually the one course takes 3 hours. The venue will be NIE mostly, and there will be mixture of online and face-to-face sessions for each course. Usually, I assume about 30 to 40 uh, percent of the sessions could be conducted online, but not more than 50%. Usually, lesson conducted once a week, and it should be very interactive because there will be not many students in our course, usually 5 to 10. So the course will be quite interactive. Usually, instructor may assign some readings in advance, and you read them in advance and discuss the papers assigned during the session. And there is no examinations or assignment-based evaluation involving both individual and group work. Usually, individual portion would be up to usually 70%, and 70 or 80%, and group portion should be less than 30%. For P and subsidy, you may need to check our website to check more concrete idea of fee and subsidy. So usually, if you are Singaporean and Singapore permanent residents, you are eligible for MOE subsidy up to typical course duration. If you already enjoyed the subsidy already, then you will not be eligible for MOE subsidy on another graduate program. Uh, yeah, so this is a very short brief for this session, and I think better to listen to your question. Then I can respond to your question. Thank you. Please feel free to unmute yourself or type your question into the chat box so that we would know what your question is. Thank you. Thanks for the question. I think you are eligible to apply for this program, but I think there is no official scholarship for course work in master program at NIE, which means there is no scholarship offered by NIE for this master program. Better to maybe seek your home country's scholarship opportunity. That I think would be a potential approach you can do. For family member issue, I think based on my understanding, there is no kind of family support for this program. So yes, another question we have now is whether it can be half or full-time program and the rest can be transit into part-time program. Yes, it can be possible once you join NIE for master program, then you can apply for the change of the route from full-time to part-time. Maybe it's subject to approval, but if there is no special issue, then I think it is possibly okay. But you may need to think about subsidy as well. For example, if you are joining as a MOE teacher, Singapore MOE teacher, only typical range period can be subsidized, which means if you complete this program, if you change from full-time to part-time, then the last semester or the beyond 2 semesters, you may not be subsidized by MOE. So you may need to check the subsidy current SIM of the subsidy for your consideration. Uh, Based on my understanding, there are many international schools, so you can apply for being a physics teacher there, and you can yeah. So this is possible approach, but I cannot say it the completion of this master program guarantee kind of hiring. I observed one case. One of my former student graduate this particular program, and he's being hired by one of international school, and he's now teach physics in that school. So it's possible idea, but the completion of this master program doesn't guarantee getting a job here. So you can take this opportunity as improve your professional development rather than maybe yeah, other things. Uh, this program doesn't provide a teacher certificate in Singapore. Uh, so rather, yeah, we see applicant certificate whether they have sufficient teaching experience or having NIE uh, teacher certificate or not. That is admission criteria. So, but there is no kind of additional course for uh, providing any certificate in Singapore through this master program. There are two options to get teacher certificate in Singapore. One is entering NIE as a BSc student, which is as undergraduate student. Then you graduate and you can get that certificate. Indeed, this whole the other approach is completing PGDE program. This is postgraduate diploma program, that gives teacher certificate in Singapore. Both program was are managed by Singapore MOE, so they managing the selection process. So NI doesn't involve in selecting process. So better to check Singapore MOE's advertisement of teacher recruitment. That would be a possible way to get this certificate. For this particular program, uh, is I could not say it's very competitive. If you are qualified enough, given the listed admission criteria, um, for example, if you have teaching qualification in your home country and having teaching experience as full-time more than 1 year, those are key criteria being accepted. Um, of course, we this is one of the criteria, so I cannot say everything, but normally it is not very competitive being accepted. If you are working as a teacher and having teaching experience sufficiently. Um, Thanks for the question. So yeah, if you are considering dissertation route, yes, you should be able to approach potential supervisors and maybe working together to complete your dissertation, even in this coursework master program. So usually it can be done maybe uh, after after completion of first semester. So maybe you have chance to interacting with many professors, our department, and you can keep communicating with them and potentially have some consultation with them, and maybe uh, you can approach them and yeah, you can apply. And if mutually agreed on this uh, supervisor and supervisee, then they can work together for thesis. Thank you for your questions.
Prof, maybe we
Yes.
can go through about what they need to put in their application form. So, example, all the different transcripts, or maybe what kind of degrees they need. Maybe it would
Uh,
help them in the
y-
application.
yes. I have not prepared a slide, particular slide to show, but so, this is our website, and you can find admission requirement here. So, a good bachelor degree in science-related discipline from a recognized university or relevant NTU Plexi Master, you do great. And teaching qualification, this is what I mentioned, and at least 1 year of relevant working experience. Uh, Usually, if you are a teacher, then we count your teaching experience. Sometimes we also can see other cases. For example, I observed some case who are coming from hospital. So she was nurse and majoring interest in nurse education. And this is kind of STEM related field, so they can also apply for this program and can learn from those courses as well. For those from other outside of Singapore, maybe you may need to beyond this number English score. But if you already graduate university located in Singapore, you don't need to submit um, this English score. Otherwise, if you university graduated, use English as a medium, then you can ask the university to get the kind of certificate, kind of proof that the medium English is the medium for instruction. Then you can be exempted to submit this English score. Otherwise, you may need to take this exam to submit. Based on my understanding, exchange program doesn't count for this English certification. Yeah, that's my understanding. Am I right? So, so if you're the university you graduate, if the university you graduate use English as medium, then it counts. But so the university gives the graduation certificate. Uh, should the institution where you can uh, require that kinds of proof. So I think exchange program may not be sufficient. Those of clarification also can be found from our admission department as well. But based on my understanding, it may not be sufficient to be exempted. Okay. Let me share one video clip from previous student who graduate this program.
As a teacher leader, I've spent many years trying to take on professional development courses and workshops that has helped me guide me both in classroom practice and supporting other teacher leaders in their work. However, this program has given me an opportunity to dwell way deeper into concepts that I never knew existed, or perhaps knew at surface level and did not get an opportunity to explore further. A very rich learning experience that has made me feel far more confident in understanding big pictures behind science teaching and learning. An excellent course and must attend if you are a classroom teacher who is into research and is in educational inquiry, MED 900. It gives you an opportunity to understand what are the various research methods, how it is done, what methods can be used to analyze data gathered, and teaches you how to make sense out of it so that you can make a plan, next course of actions. Another amazing set of courses that I truly enjoyed myself were MSc 901, which is actually the Foundations in Science and Science Education, and MSc 907, which was Critical Studies in Science Education. Both just simply broadens the horizon knowledge and gives you the vocab to help you understand what is happening on the ground, and it helps to connect with the theory. I love the way the lessons were structured. The professors included lecturing, group work, sharing, and brought in others who have been working on the research to be part of our learning. I strongly recommend whoever who wants to go further to take on MED science, as I know for sure they will enjoy this rich sharing and readings that make you think deeper, and the lecturers make you want to ask more questions. So,
Taking this course has given me a lot of new insights into educational research in science education. The class discussions, projects, and assignments have been greatly developmental for me in terms of internalizing and applying what I have learned. The knowledge and understanding which I gained from this course has given me a lot more confidence as a physics teacher to articulate the rationale and thinking behind the curriculum design and assessment in science. All the modules were good actually. The one on the foundations of science education has made me understand the nature of science and the research traditions, and this helped me to make the connections between the research and classroom teaching practices. I took 2 modules in STEM education and curriculum. These modules brought my attention on the developing trends of the world versus how the individual STEM disciplines are currently taught in schools. Now I better appreciate the benefits and challenges of making interdisciplinary learning relevant to the students in the context of the VUCA world. This course is highly recommended for those seeking to advance their knowledge in the latest developments and issues in science education. You will develop interesting perspectives and gain new insights. These modules are all conducted by highly knowledgeable and experienced professors who are passionate in their fields. It has definitely been a great learning experience for me.
MSc is a course focusing on collaborative improvement of students. We have individual theoretical written feedback and group works such as designing STEM activities and identifying current issues related to science and STEM education nowadays. In short, this is a course helping us establish connections between theories and practices. Take the module STEM Curriculum and Instruction that I have just completed last semester as an example. We learned how to critically evaluate the current STEM-related activities and design STEM activities based on students' interests, prior knowledge and learning context, with targets towards real-world problem. I strongly recommend you guys to join in MSc, where the professors are kind and patient to help enrich your cultural capital and promote your professional development. Therefore, in NIE, you are not only going to learn with professors, but also with your fellows who will always support you to achieve your learning goals.
So we have watched some voices from who graduated this program. So indeed, what I can say related to this program is the professors who are instructor of these courses, researching the particular area and now always keep updating most recent theories discussing in around the world. So you can joining that kinds of communication in science education and STEM education, including AI and emerging technologies. So yes, if you have any question related to our course or context, please feel free to share your question